afternoon. Professor John here, Combatives Academy on Lotus Jeet Kune Do here in the Florida Panhandle now. And I wanted to kind of give a short video and ask for input on certain things that we're going to be talking about. The focus of this is martial arts, but the focus is about our journey through martial arts and how it helps us deal with life's problems. Not just the martial application, not just what I'm going to do if I get hit in an alley, nothing like that. It's about the non-hypothetical attacks that we witness from inside, from our ego, from our feelings, from emotions, and things like that. So, about 14 years ago, I had a incident where I just went so far downhill. And y'all are going to hear more about it as this series goes on. But what I'm going to be, it's from the 14 years up to the present now, I'm going to be talking about the common problems people face in martial arts and life, and how training helps solve those problems. We're going to be talking about lessons from the journey, about how to establish presence, resilience, and growth to come out even from those hard times, and we're going to be discussing hard times, and this is a forum for sharing and figuring out how we can help each other. Real world application of martial arts, the mindset, conflict, confidence, awareness, things like that the practice of martial art just builds inherently, because it's about the body, it's about the mind, it's about the spirit. Okay. So I'm going to be using a lot of, because I love archetypes, okay? I just love archetypes. I think I really got interested in the archetype concept when, early on in Kempo, when there was a lot of discussion about various hands were in certain positions that mimic animal movements. Certain forms of Kung Fu, 5 animals. Mimics tiger, it's crane, it's snake. You've got all sorts of these animals, and what it is that the person, by practicing these forms, visualizes the animal, okay? And that becoming of the animal, becoming of a whatever you want to be, a hero in your mind, that is an archetype, okay? Superheroes that we had as a kid were archetypes. Those are just things that inspire us. So we're going to be talking about archetypes, and I'm going to be using what's called a pantheon. And a pantheon is just basically a collection of archetypes. Is how I'm going to be referring to it now. There's other things for pantheon, but I'm not going to get bogged down in that. Okay, and using this pantheon, I'm understanding the challenges that I face. Big challenges and everyday challenges, okay? Now, outside I have my outer martial arts, but inside I'm learning how to use my inner martial arts. I'm learning how to use the visualization that comes with the practice of martial arts, and imitating animals and things like that. So for instance, I would look at, for the archetypes, the ferociousness of Muay Thai, or I might be in the smooth and deceiving softness of Tai Chi, fluid and crashing of Kempo, or the footwork and sacred geometry of Filipino martial arts. These, and you can add whatever art, because some art is going to apply to whatever you're trying to overcome. Okay. For instance, here's a really good one. The inner landscape that I'm talking of, that this pantheon's over, okay? I talk about looking at something with JKD eyes, Jeet Kune Do eyes, okay? And we'll get into more about the specifics of that. I know a lot of you are familiar with Jeet Kune Do, so you know what I'm talking about. And the point with that is that if an emotion keeps coming up, we're going to call that emotion, say, a hook, okay? It's a hook, okay? That's the move. Analyze why you keep getting hit, why you keep having that emotion. Why do I keep getting hit by that hook? Why does that emotion keep cropping up when something goes on, okay? And this way you're addressing it by using something you're familiar with. You're familiar with how to fight. What we're talking about now is just turning that fight inside, okay? And to use the skills that you learn while learning how to fight outside, use those skills and just turn them inside. And we're at a time now in this world where honest discussion just needs to happen. No more parroting about what a man does or what a man doesn't do, or what a woman does and what a woman doesn't do. No, the time's over for that. Okay, we're not there anymore. We're now to a point where we need to develop tools that will help us navigate the terrain that's going on, the ever-changing terrain that's going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, in a couple days, I'm going to drop another video, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what happened 14 years ago and how I started using the Pantheon, the archetypes of my martial arts training as a way to combat my own demons. Okay, so I hope you like this. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment on what you'd like to see, what you'd like to talk about. Like I say, we're here for each other. We're here to create a dialogue. I'm no expert on any of this. I'm just somebody who's been walking on this path for a little while, and maybe I can help somebody else understand what's on the path. So thanks a lot, and we'll see you soon.